Did you know that more than 88% of adults over the age of 50 in America and India already show signs of insulin resistance even if their doctor has never told them? And here's the scary part: insulin resistance is what silently pushes your body to store fat even when you think you're eating less or walking every day. If you have ever looked in the mirror and thought, "Why am I gaining weight when I barely eat?" you are not alone. The truth is, the problem isn't your willpower. It's not simply calories in and calories out. It is your hormones, especially insulin. And once insulin is high, your fat cells lock tight, refusing to let go of even a single pound. Many people keep dieting, skipping meals, or exercising harder, but still see no progress. I know this sounds worrying, but stay with me, because there is good news. Today I'm going to show you a simple insulin trick that 99% of people never use. When you understand it, you can finally make your body start burning fat naturally again. Before we begin, I'd love to hear from you. Where are you watching this video from? And what time is it right now? Leave a comment below. I can't wait to see your answers. And if you enjoy this video, hit that subscribe button. If not, just give it a like. It really helps this channel grow. So let's dive in, because once you know how insulin really works, you will never look at weight gain the same way again. Fat cells and the role of insulin. Inside a laboratory, scientists grow fat cells in a dish filled with endless calories. Yet, those tiny cells remain small and unchanged. The moment insulin is added, however, the cells begin to swell, storing fat drop by drop, as if a hidden switch has been flipped. This experiment teaches us something vital. It is not just calories that make fat grow, but the hormone insulin acting as the gatekeeper. Think of insulin like the key to a locked pantry. The food may be stacked on every shelf, but until someone turns the key, nothing moves inside. In the same way, you may eat many calories, but fat cells only expand when insulin opens the door and tells them to store energy. This is why weight gain often feels unfair. You count calories in America or worry about ghee and rice in India, but the real struggle is hormonal. For many older adults, the pressure is quiet but constant. You may avoid dessert, skip dinner, or walk each evening, yet the scale refuses to budge. It feels discouraging, as if your body no longer listens to your efforts. But the truth is more hopeful. By learning to lower insulin even gently, you can help your body unlock fat burning again. So what does this mean for you today? Focus less on strict calorie counting and more on habits that calm insulin, such as eating balanced meals with protein, sleeping well, and reducing late-night snacking. These small steps give you back control. Remember, your body is not broken. With the right key, it can still respond, and lasting health is always possible. Why calories in, calories out often fails? For decades, many of us were told that weight loss was simple math. Eat fewer calories and the pounds will melt away. Yet countless older adults have discovered that this equation rarely holds true in real life, leaving them frustrated and confused. You might cut back on your favorite meals, walk every evening, and even sip diet soda instead of a sweet drink. Yet, your weight barely moves. After weeks of effort, the body often rebounds and the weight creeps back on heavier than before. In America, it is common to see older friends ordering low-fat salad or switching to light yogurt, hoping it will finally change the scale. In India, many seniors rely on vegetarian staples like rice, lentils, or khichdi, believing the meals are safe because they are home-cooked and traditional. But the quiet truth is, these people in both cultures often gain weight even while eating foods they believe are healthy. The frustration grows deeper with age because metabolism slows, energy dips, and self blame begins to settle in. Science helps us see why this happens. Weight gain is not simply about the number of calories consumed, but about how hormones, especially insulin, tell the body to store or burn energy. When insulin remains high, your fat cells lock shut, trapping energy inside and refusing to release it no matter how carefully you count calories. This is why two people can eat the same meal, but one stores fat while the other burns it more easily. If you have felt discouraged, please know you're not weak or lazy and your body is not broken. The problem is the method, not your willpower. Instead of focusing only on calorie numbers, shift your attention to balancing meals with protein, fiber, and healthy fats that calm insulin. Choose real food over packaged diet products. Keep evening meals light and give your body enough rest to reset its hormones. The good news is that once you understand the role of hormones, the burden of constant calorie counting begins to lift. Small, steady changes can help your body respond again, even after years of frustration. And most importantly, you can still take back control, one balanced meal and one hopeful step at a time. Fasting and its limits. In recent years, intermittent fasting has become a popular phrase in health magazines, podcasts, and neighborhood conversations across America. The idea sounds simple. Skip meals during certain hours, give your body a break from constant eating, and let insulin levels fall. Lower insulin helps the body tap into stored fat, which can be a powerful tool for weight management and better health. Many older adults hear success stories and wonder if fasting might finally give them control over their weight again. In India, fasting is not a new trend, but a tradition carried through generations, often tied to faith and spirituality. During Navratri, Ramadan, or Ekadashi, families have long practiced going without food for certain hours or days, believing it brings both purity and discipline. For seniors in India, fasting feels familiar, but the purpose has shifted. What was once spiritual is now also promoted as a metabolic cure. Yet, here is the challenge that few people mention openly. Fasting is not easy for everyone, especially as we age. Older adults may struggle with weakness, dizziness, or medications that require food at regular times. In America, a retiree might attempt a 16-hour fast only to feel lightheaded while caring for grandchildren. In India, a senior observing a fast may still load up on fried foods once the fast breaks, undoing the very benefits they hoped to achieve. The body becomes more sensitive with age, and long periods without food can sometimes add more stress than relief. So, what can you do if fasting feels too harsh or difficult to maintain? The answer is not to give up, but to find a gentler, more flexible approach. Instead of strict fasting windows, focus on avoiding late night snacks, choosing earlier dinners, or spacing meals with a longer gap overnight. These smaller adjustments can lower insulin without pushing your body into exhaustion. Pairing this with light activity and proper sleep gives even better results. The hopeful message is that fasting is only one tool, not the only tool. You do not need to follow extreme schedules to see progress. By choosing simple, sustainable habits, you can calm insulin, support your body, and still live with energy and dignity each day. The dawn effect and the morning trap. Every morning, long before you open your eyes, your body quietly begins preparing itself for the day ahead. Around 4 to 6 o'clock, a natural rise in the stress hormone cortisol signals the liver to release glucose into the bloodstream. This process is normal and in fact necessary because it helps wake the brain and muscles with quick energy. But there's an important detail: many people overlook this surge. In glucose means insulin levels climb as well, even before you have taken your first bite of food. For older adults this morning, spike can create what experts call the dawn effect, and it has a hidden consequence. When insulin is elevated upon waking, the body is more likely to store energy as fat rather than burn it for fuel. That is why eating breakfast immediately after rolling out of bed often works against weight loss goals. You may feel you're doing the right thing by eating early, but in reality, you may be stepping into a metabolic trap. Think of a common morning in America. A senior pours a bowl of cereal with milk, maybe adds a banana, and drinks a cup of coffee. In India, another senior reaches for paratha or idli with chutney soon after waking. Both meals feel wholesome, but eaten too early, they collide with the dawn effect, driving insulin even higher and making fat storage more likely. The result is a quiet frustration: you eat healthy, yet your waistline refuses to shrink. The solution is not to skip breakfast entirely, but to time it more wisely. Give your body a chance to settle after waking by waiting 1 or 2 hours before eating. During that time, drink water, stretch, or take a light walk to use up some of the natural glucose your liver released. When you do eat, choose protein and healthy fats instead of sugary or starchy foods, which only push insulin higher. The hopeful truth is that your mornings can set the tone for the entire day. By respecting the dawn effect and adjusting your first meal, you create space for your body to burn energy more efficiently. It is a small shift, but it can change how you feel, how you move, and how well you age. Breakfast mistakes in America and India. Across both America and India, breakfast is often seen as the most important meal of the day. Yet, it is also the one most quietly sabotaging health. In American kitchens, pancakes dripping with syrup, sugary muffins, and brightly colored cereals promise energy but behave more like dessert than nourishment. In Indian homes, steaming parathas, fluffy idlis, and plates of poha are served with pride, comforting traditions that also carry a heavy load of starch. Though the dishes look different, they share one dangerous similarity: they drive insulin levels sky high right at the start of the day. When insulin surges early in the morning, the body is far more likely to store fat instead of burning it. Seniors in both countries often wonder why, despite following cultural wisdom and eating familiar foods, their waistlines expand and their energy fades. It feels unfair, as though the very meals that once gave comfort and strength have now become silent obstacles. Many carry guilt, thinking they lack discipline, when in truth, the problem lies in how these foods interact with aging metabolism. The science is simple enough to picture: a sugary cereal bowl in Ohio or a plate of parathas in Delhi both flood the bloodstream with quick glucose. Insulin rushes in to manage the surge, locking fat cells and blocking the body from using its stored energy. Over time, this cycle repeats daily, leaving older adults trapped in weight gain, fatigue, and frustration. But there is good news, and it comes from making small but thoughtful changes. Instead of sugary cereals or starchy breads, seniors can shift to protein and healthy fats that steady insulin and provide lasting energy. In America, that might look like eggs with avocado or Greek yogurt with nuts. In India, it could be paneer with vegetables or coconut chutney paired with boiled eggs. The meals are still warm, satisfying, and familiar, but they signal the body to burn, not store. Remember, your breakfast does not need to disappear, it only needs to change shape. By choosing protein rich, balanced foods, you give your body a healthier start, calm insulin, and open the door to more energy through the day. It is never too late to reset how your mornings begin, and your health can still respond with gratitude. Coffee, tea, and insulin. For many of us, the morning does not truly begin until that first comforting sip of coffee or tea touches our lips. In America, older adults often swing by Starbucks or Dunkin' for a steaming cup, sometimes paired with a glazed donut or muffin. In India, mornings may start with sweet masala chai or strong filter coffee rich with sugar and condensed milk. These rituals feel warm and familiar, but they carry a hidden consequence that quietly works against your health. Caffeine by itself stimulates the body, raising alertness and sharpening focus. But when caffeine is combined with carbohydrates such as pastries, biscuits, or even sweetened milk, insulin surges dramatically higher than normal. This means that the same cup of coffee with a donut in New Jersey or chai with a paratha in Mumbai can lock fat inside cells more effectively than the meal alone. For seniors already struggling with stubborn weight, this combination can quietly undo the benefits of other healthy choices. Many people feel puzzled. They believe black coffee or tea is harmless, so they assume their habits are safe. Yet research shows that in the early morning, when cortisol is already high, adding caffeine and sugar together creates the perfect storm for insulin resistance. That is why you may feel tired by mid-morning or crave another snack shortly after breakfast, even though you ate enough. The good news is that small adjustments can restore balance without taking away the comfort of your morning drink. Delay coffee or tea by 1 to 2 hours after waking, giving your body time to settle from the dawn effect. When you do enjoy it, take it with minimal sugar, avoid pairing it with pastries or bread, and consider having it alongside protein or healthy fat. In America, that might be a boiled egg or a handful of almonds. In India, it could be paneer cubes, a few soaked nuts, or a small spoon of coconut. These changes may seem small, but over time they protect your metabolism, reduce midday crashes, and help your body use energy more wisely. You do not need to abandon the morning cup that brings you joy, only shift the timing and pairing. With these mindful steps, you can keep the ritual, enjoy the taste, and still guard your health with confidence. Stress, sleep, and weight. One of the most overlooked reasons older adults struggle with weight is not food or exercise, but the quality of sleep they get each night. When you do not sleep enough, your body releases 2 to 3 times more cortisol, the stress hormone that silently drives weight gain. Elevated cortisol does not just make you feel tense, it directly signals the brain to increase hunger, especially for sweet or starchy foods. Think about how common this cycle has become. In America, many seniors stay up late watching television, scrolling on phones, or binging another episode on Netflix. In India, others push bedtime aside to watch a cricket match, finish chores, or worry quietly about family responsibilities. Both habits may seem harmless in the moment, yet the cost comes the next morning. The body feels heavy, the appetite stronger, and the desire for bread, rice, or sugary snacks becomes nearly impossible to resist. The science behind this is simple but powerful. Cortisol interferes with the brain's ability to register satiety, meaning you feel less full even after a complete meal. It also increases cravings by stimulating dopamine, which is why a cookie fried snack or extra chapati feels so comforting when you are tired. Over time, this combination creates a loop of poor sleep, higher cortisol, stronger cravings, and gradual weight gain. The hopeful news is that you can break this cycle without drastic measures. Prioritize going to bed at the same hour each night. Create a calm routine with light breathing or meditation and keep the bedroom dark and cool. Even 30 minutes of extra rest can lower cortisol and restore your body's balance. Remember, sleep is not wasted time. It is medicine for your metabolism, and it is never too late to claim it again. The insulin trick. A simple morning strategy. There is a quiet secret about mornings that few people are ever told, yet it can change the way your body handles weight. Right after waking, your insulin is already elevated from the natural rise in cortisol, making your body more likely to store fat. That is why eating immediately, even if it is healthy, often works against your goals without you realizing it. Instead of rushing to the kitchen, give your body an hour or two to use the natural energy it has already released. Many older adults find this window perfect for gentle activities, taking a short walk around the block, practicing light yoga, or even sitting with a notebook to plan the day. These moments do not just save calories, they also help your body burn the glucose already floating in your blood. When it is time to eat, shift your breakfast from sugary or starchy foods toward protein and healthy fats. In America, that could mean eggs with avocado or a small serving of Greek yogurt with nuts. In India, it might look like paneer with vegetables, coconut chutney with boiled eggs, or a handful of soaked almonds. Avoid fruit juices, sweetened cereals, or oily parathas first thing in the morning, as they only drive insulin higher. The same principle applies to coffee and tea. Delay them for an hour or two after waking and avoid pairing them with bread biscuits or sweets. By giving your body this gentle pause, you reset insulin and open the door for fat burning to begin. This simple morning trick is not extreme, and it does not take away the rituals you love. It only shifts the timing, giving your body a chance to work with you, not against you. And once you try it, you may feel lighter, steadier, and more in control than you thought possible. Growing older often brings the quiet worry that our bodies no longer respond the way they once did, and that weight gain is simply inevitable. But the science we have explored together reveals something very different. Obesity is not a failure of discipline or personal strength. It is primarily a hormonal imbalance, with insulin acting as the master switch. When insulin is high, the body stores energy. When insulin is balanced, the body can finally release fat and use it for fuel. This reality does not change whether you're sitting in a small town in Texas or a bustling neighborhood in Chennai. The food's traditions and routines may differ, yet the underlying biology is the same. Seniors everywhere share the same quiet frustrations, doing everything right, counting calories, exercising daily, yet seeing little progress. Understanding insulin brings relief because it shows the problem is not you, but the signals your body has been following. The hopeful news is that you're never too old to reset those signals. By making small but intentional changes, waiting a little before breakfast, choosing meals that emphasize protein and healthy fats, delaying coffee or tea, and honoring your body's need for proper rest, you give insulin the chance to calm down. And with insulin under control, weight becomes easier to manage, cravings soften, and energy slowly returns. So I encourage you to see tomorrow morning as a new beginning. Try the insulin trick. Observe how your body responds and let that first small step guide you forward. It is not about perfection or strict rules. It is about gentle consistency and trusting that your body can still heal. With each mindful choice, you reclaim a measure of health independence and hope for yourself and for the years ahead.